Good evening, my Patriot family, and welcome to another excellent in podcasting. I have over here Zachary Smouse, who's the producer of the show, the host of the show, and Terry, our beloved Patriot from Canada up north. And
take your time, dude. Take your time, bro. It's all good.
Not an easy pod tonight. But here we are. We're talking about Rush Limbaugh and everything he's meant to us.
Love that handle. Love that handle.
Beautiful handle. Thank you. And we're here because of Rush Limbaugh. And we are the talent on loan from God. And we're going to take on liberals with half our brains tied behind our back. Why? Rush started it. We'll finish it. Everybody that knows Rush Limbaugh knows that he was a man of this country.
Definitely a patriot.
Rush Limbaugh wanted this country to. He wanted the country to succeed. He wants people to succeed. There has to be a flame bearer underneath Rush Limbaugh. And that's what we're here for today. Nobody wants to see anybody fail unless they're against the values that we possess today. And I do believe with all my heart that we are the very folks that Rush Limbaugh wanted to have us come into the community and talk about these events, talk about what's going on. And Rush paved the way for everybody right now. We lost a great man yesterday. Hasn't been easy for me. I've been called so many things since I brought this up to my community. Facebook, YouTube, it doesn't matter. The ugliness from the left has made Rush Limbaugh to look like a demon. But Rush would look at them and say, you know what? Go away.
Hey, man. Very outspoken. A true voice for the right. Right? You know, I take up that little blue spot in the Stars and Stripes. You guys get the red down there. But, you know, nice to see you, Kelly. You know, for as many people who think he was a crackpot, I mean, there's just as many that appreciated that somebody had the balls to say what he said, right? He, you know, he had the balls to come out and admit to his flaws.
Yes, he did.
You
yes,
know,
he did.
That to me, that gives you the right to say whatever the F you want to say. Right?
And to some extent, though, Terry, he he shaped, he formed everything that's being podcasted anywhere. You could be liberal, you could be conservative, you could be in between. You know, Rush Limbaugh was the first person to actually come out and just speak his mind. And you know, back in the day, when I first heard Rush Limbaugh, it was with my grandma. You know, that was good Lord Almighty. Back in the early '80s, you know, my grandma would have me come over and pick her weeds from her rocks, and I go do that. She'd have me mow her yard, and when I came inside, she was listening to Rush Limbaugh, and I didn't even really pay attention. You know, that's what old people do. They listen to this and that and whatnot. But I actually asked her, I said, Grandma, why are you listening to this guy? She said, son, just listen to him. Just listen to him. And I was turned on. Zach, go ahead, buddy.
I love him. I look up to him.
You and me both, brother. You know, we lost a great one yesterday, but his spirit lives on. And Kelly, thank you for coming in, buddy. Thank you, Kelly. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not normally I'm very passionate, but not Terry this way. But Terry, take this comment, please.
Yeah, my dad was really hurt when he heard Rush died. Played on the radio in our house for years, even when he came out with his opiate addiction, and that's a huge, you know, that like if somebody can admit their flaws, which is what he did, but he also expressed his opinion, and he ultimately cared about his country.
Absolutely.
He wanted to make the United States a better place. And
the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be.
There you go. Hey, I'm living under liberalism right now, so I could go on a rant about that, but this isn't about.
But to have somebody in America that truly cared about this country the way Rush did.
Yeah, well, and you can see that. You can hear it in his voice. Like it's not fake. It was always like despite your opinion on his comments, like, yeah, like I'm conservative. You know, he might have said something that one or two things that I was just like kind of scratched my head at, but
sure,
you understand where it's coming from,
right?
Ultimately, right? And that's the beauty of a democracy. We're allowed to have our own opinions.
Hey, thank you, tactical technician. Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding when I tell you guys that I'm a very closed up man. And tears with me is like finding that unicorn. And I'm truly heartbroken. And we knew this was coming. But I just want to give the legacy of Rush Limbaugh out to you guys. You know, the misconception about Rush was he was a racist. You know, he hated women, even though Rush Limbaugh was the first person to actually label the feminazis out there. Okay, he called it like it was. He gave us our voice for that First Amendment right, and
absolutely. But Kelly, like, I'll read it out. Like, it's hard to tell the world there. What his first book at 13? Rush had a big impact on many of us. I didn't agree with everything, but I respected him. This is what
Same here, Kelly.
This is what this podcast is about, too. You don't have to agree with anything that we say.
Just be respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Rush Limbaugh, though. I didn't agree with everything he said. When he made fun of, sorry, what's his name, for having Parkinson's?
Oh, Michael J. Fox. Yeah.
Michael Fox.
That was kind of bad.
That was horrible. And
that was a dip in the
it was a dip.
line graph.
And I've heard so much about Rush Limbaugh and the negativity towards Rush Limbaugh from the left. I mean, rest in piss. Hashtag rest in piss. Because this man talked about it. And Tactical's coming in. My dad is a lifelong Democrat, but I remember growing up, Rush was dialed in on his show, his radio. When I told him, my dad teared up a bit. And Tactical, I'm going to tell you right now, it was my grandma that brought me up on Rush. And one of the funniest stories that I have out there was my dad. He always had Rush Limbaugh ties. And that came from my grandma. My grandma would find them at the commissary or the PX from wherever the military base was. And she found those ties on sale for like maybe $1.99, $10.99. And she bought my dad these Rush Limbaugh ties. And back in the day when I was interviewing for jobs, I would always borrow my dad's ties. And so I went to a job interview. It was at a bank. And I had this beautiful, beautiful Rush Limbaugh tie. And if you guys don't know what a Rush Limbaugh tie looks like, go look it up on eBay or Amazon. You'll see what a Rush Limbaugh tie looks like. And so I had this tie on all the way up to my neck. And this lady who was interviewing me, when I sat down, she says, "That is the most beautiful tie I've ever seen. Where'd you get it from?" I said, "Oh, my dad let me use it for this interview." And she says, "Well, who made it?" I said, "Rush Limbaugh." And I turned it around and said Rush Limbaugh and had the golden little, whatever, the chain around to hold the back tie in. She looked at me. She said, "Sir, we're done with this interview. Go on your way." And that was the first time ever in my life that I realized, being a Rush Limbaugh listener, I wore it as a badge of honor. I walked out of that interview. I looked at that lady and I said, "You know what? There's still hope for you." And that was one of the crazy that I got kicked out of an interview because of the tie I wore that Rush Limbaugh made. And I asked my dad today, I said, "Can you find that tie? I know you have it somewhere." And he said, "I'm looking, son. I'm looking for it." You know? Because he had all those ties. But this is more than people coming together. This is Rush Limbaugh bringing people together. You know, he said during the CPAC speech in 2009 that conservatism is not against people. Conservatism wants people to succeed. And his life, his legacy, everything that he talked about on the radio is everything that I feel in my life today, plain and simple. And when Rush passed yesterday, felt like a part of me passed yesterday as well.
What's up, Zach?
Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, take a minute, Duke.
I just want to say something. I fucking hate the people who are saying that they are glad that he died by cancer than COVID. What is wrong with people?
Zach, one person tweeted out, "A cancer took out a cancer" with Rush Limbaugh. Ugliness, pure evilness. Sink from the Young Turks talked about Rush Limbaugh dying and how he won't cry about him. Matter of fact, he's glad he's dead. You know, if you're a leftist out there, if you're a liberal out there, remember the words of Rush Limbaugh when Ruth Gators Bingberg, whatever her name is, I don't even give a crap. When she died, that Chief Justice, Rush Limbaugh said, I didn't agree with everything about her, but I'm going to pay her respects. And where is that respect being shown to Rush right now? And Frank, thank you, Frank, for joining us. My heart is broken, but Rush is in heaven now, 100% certain of that. And
well, and he should be. Did he not speak the truth his whole life?
Yeah, Kelly, all over a tie, Kelly. I still wear it as a badge of honor. I'm tired of the ugliness from the left. I'm tired of it. You know, when somebody on the left dies, everybody says, you know, we didn't agree with them, but prayers for their family, prayers for them. But now that Rush has died, I've seen so much ugliness.
There was one, I mean, like, you know, like I said at the beginning, I didn't really get a lot of Rush at the beginning, but you know, like even just kind of going on YouTube and stuff, there's like there's like 8-minute video on YouTube saying don't even shed a tear, or save your tears for somebody else. It's like,
and Kelly jumping in, people have lost their humanity.
Yeah, like what? But to me, like, if you agreed or disagreed with them, what's the point of putting something like that out?
Because it's ugliness, Terry. It's complete 100% ugliness. And Rush Limbaugh came out during the CPAC speech in 2009 and said, conservatives want people to succeed. We care about people. We love people. The choices you make in life,
yes, the economy,
right? The choices you make in life is on you, but we want you to succeed. And Rush preached that from 1988 up to his death. We are not the evil people. The evil people are the liberals that want to go rest in piss on Rush's grave. I'm just
unfortunate. Yes. Well, hey, you know how you feel, bro.
Oh man, yeah, tactical. Do you?
I'd be pretty stoked if I was getting that. I'm like the coach of a team that kind of shares the name of our podcast.
Yeah.
Just saying.
In tactical, yes.
Putting that out there.
I'm sorry, guys. I just. Terry, take that, would you?
Oh, when RGB died, I never showed the nastiness I felt like the left did. I was heartbroken that she passed.
Ruth Gator Ginsburg.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's. I'm telling you right now. I mean, her judgments, the way that she judged in the justice wasn't exactly on par with us. And when she died, everybody felt it. Kelly coming in. Zach says, F them, me too. And double barrels, F them. And look, guys, I'm telling you right now, I knew this podcast was going to be hard for me tonight. I've listened to Rush for all my life, just about, and it's Patriots unite against censorship. Patriots unite. Let me
Absolutely.
tell you. Let me tell you something. Patriots unite. Rush Limbaugh would have loved to see that. Share it.
Absolutely.
Speak out.
Yeah.
Be
There's-
bold. The one thing I love about Rush Limbaugh was he was bold. He didn't care if you thought about him bad. He shrugged it off, and he prayed about you when he went to bed. You know, the one thing I loved about Rush Limbaugh was he was humble. People don't know that side of Rush. I know that side of Rush. He was a humble man. Yeah, okay. So he's the excellence of broadcasting. I don't disagree. He's talent on loan from God. Yes, he was. Okay. Half his brain
We
tied
all are.
behind his back. Damn straight. You know, liberals are so easy. He had to tie half his brain behind his back just to make it a fair fight. You know, and Patriots Unite, Rush is still an idol of mine.
He should really be an idol to everybody.
Everybody.
Republican or Democrat.
He stood for truth, justice, and the American way. And the American way, Terry, even though I know you're in Canada, the American way is freedom for everybody. And that should be preached everywhere.
Yeah. Same thing here. Even though we live in it's a constitutional monarchy.
Right.
Which is basically it's a copy of the British system.
Right. Zach, can you go back to that previous comment, please? And so Tactical came in and said, you guys should check out Patriots Unite Against Censorship. Join her panel. I love her. And one of the things that Rush Limbaugh did, and Terry, hold that
come
thought
on here with us too.
Right.
Sorry.
It's okay, Terry. No, please don't be sorry. I don't ever be sorry. One of the things that Rush Limbaugh preached was more voices need to be heard. More and more voices need to be heard. And I don't care who you are, where you're from. You want your voice heard, put it out there. Tactical, thank you. We will definitely check out Patriots Unite Against Censorship. Even put up links, you know, if we can.
Yeah.
And one of the things is that
and shit like that. Why not?
The Uber guy got us started here pretty much. And he said the same thing I'm saying. Get your voices out there. We need more people, not less. We need more people speaking up the way Rush Limbaugh did. If it wasn't for Rush Limbaugh, our voices would not be heard today.
Absolutely.
Plain and simple. R.I.P. Rush.
Right. R.I.P. But yeah, and to your point, like we've preached about pretty much every pod that we do. Join in.
That's right.
Join in. Send Zach your info. Send your info to Zach. You know, we have room for up to 10 people on one of these broadcasts.
Amen, Terry. Yep.
Let's hear everybody's opinion.
Go ahead, Zach.
Go, Zach.
I just put the StreamYard link in the comments if you want to join right now.
Hey.
It's open.
There you go. Yeah.
And that's what we do. It's open. Absolutely. It's wide open. You guys could jump in. There you go. You guys could jump in.
Anytime.
But the biggest thing about this pod today is talking about my relationship with Rush Limbaugh and your guys' relationship with Rush Limbaugh. And how much of an impact this man has had on American lives. he had what, 30 some odd million listeners every day.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you love or hate him, you got to respect a man that commanded that much respect.
Yep. Well, and just to the point, like I said, I couldn't listen to him here, you know, like
Right.
he was kind of on like CNN, NBC, and that shit back in the 90s, early 2000s.
Right.
But since then, I've been kind of. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Oh, hey, man, we might have to take a little. We might have to take a little break then.
Yeah,
But,
Patriot Unite. We try to keep our pods between a half hour and 45 minutes. So if you jump on afterwards, we get you on, another podcast. That's fine. But if you could jump on tonight, do it. Do it, bro.
A couple of minutes. I mean, what are we at? 26? We're good for a bit.
We're good for a bit.
But
Patriots jumping on is my grandmother would teach me history or teach me to garden rush.
Garden.
Right, thank
Rush
you.
or Savage was on.
Rushers. Oh man, don't get me started on Michael Savage. Okay, so Michael Savage's real name was Michael Wiener. Look it up. And Savage I turned off Savage a long time ago because Savage consistently knocked Rush Limbaugh, and he was jealous of Rush. You could tell in his voice. Savage, he said some good things, but more often than not, it wasn't cool. I haven't heard Savage for at least 3 months now.
We're gonna be right back, guys.
Yeah, go ahead, dude. Tactical, thank you. One of the things, and I've been preaching this for our pod for a long time, I always want our listeners to jump in. Yeah. And some of the listeners are really, really shy, and they could put their written word in, but when it comes to putting their face on the screen, it's a different story. And it took me a long time before I could realize, and Zach helped me out the most, that written word or spoken word on screen, regardless, it is who you are. Yeah. And so if ever you get a chance to just jump in and talk about what you're feeling, we just ask that you keep it to the topic. And you guys know Uber Guy, Jimmy J is my buddy, and I'm a mod over there. Tactical technician, that's freaking awesome. Yeah, Uber Guy is freaking amazing. He's one of those ones that he's a good man. And yeah. Thank you for being mod over there. I love Uber Guy. Zach loves Uber Guy. If we could, I'll have Zach put up the Uber Guy's link too. Yeah, we smoke too, guys, by the way, and drink beers while we're on. So if you want to have a beer with us, have a beer with us. We're not exactly family friendly, but we try to be.
Hey, I paid tax on that, so
yeah. Me too.
What's up,
Zach, go ahead, buddy.
And Mo and Kelly, thank you so much for supporting us.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree. And Zach, Terry, let me put this out to you. I have quite a few friends on Facebook that are ardent Trump supporters. And quite a few of them have actually posted their thoughts on Facebook about Rush Limbaugh's passing. And told you guys, it's not going to be an easy one for me. Anyways, I'm putting a call out to my Facebook friends that are on my personal account to come in and talk about stuff that maybe we haven't heard before. And we want you here.
Yeah.
We won't judge. We don't judge. We don't make fun of. We
do make fun of, but in a good way. Like, come on. Right?
If you're from the Middle East.
we gotta bust each other's balls, or else we're not brothers, man. Right?
And sisters.
Hello.
Hey. Yo.
Hey. Thank you for jumping on. Okay, first of all, time out. First time ever. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Absolutely. I'm gonna have to get off here in a second, but I definitely wanted to come in and tell you guys hello and let you know I share in the sentiment for Rush. I bawled my eyes out yesterday morning when I woke up and heard the news. And I had actually meant to put out a video myself yesterday, but things had gotten crazy. I went and recorded the when Trump gave him the award, and I mean, you just see the look in his face, and he's a real patriot, and anybody that has anything horrible to say about him, I got better words for that.
Kay, thank you, Kay, so much for coming on and saying that. You know, the Presidential Medal of Freedom is an amazing medal. And when Rush got that, it kind of like you, I don't know if you saw it, you know, live like I did. I was like, I knew Rush was dying, and
yeah,
God, that was such an amazing moment.
It really was.
You know, I just, even now, I'm, like I said, I'm having a tough time with this pod, but thank you for coming on. This is exactly what we're talking about. You just come on and say it like it is. I know you don't have a lot of time to spend on here. Future time, if you can, spend more time. But thank you for coming on. Thank you for putting your voice on. This is exactly why we have this pod. It's not to sway one person one way or the other. It's just talking about what happened. And, you know, folks like you, that your life was impacted by Rush Limbaugh.
Oh, yeah.
And for you to come on and talk about it. Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
As Rush would say, mega dittos. Mega dittos.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't heard. How long have you guys been podcasting?
Oh, Zach, what now? A couple months now?
Months? Yeah, a couple of months.
Huh.
Hey, the technician.
There we go.
Hey.
Come on.
Hey, how are you? How you doing?
I'm good. Can you guys hear me okay?
Absolutely.
All right.
This is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, and you guys, I guarantee by the end of the week, you guys are going to have at least 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, with that said, Kay, it's not about the subscribers, it's about the people that will listen to us.
Yeah,
and
but you'd be surprised the amount of real patriots in the community. You know, I'm the same way.
That's what we want.
I have no interest in likes or follows myself.
That's right.
Matter of fact, my whole point of doing what I do is to get people to like and follow each other. I really give a crap if anybody likes me.
Yes. Amen. Amen.
So, but the point is connecting with one another and making those, you know, we're getting shut down left and right for, I don't know, being good people. Who knows? Whatever the case is. You know, and my whole goal is like, you know, if somebody gets shut down and they get started back up, not everybody knows where to go find the next person. And that's why I think everybody needs to continuously make those connections. You know, if you know somebody got shut down, have somebody, you know,
Kate, Okay, do you have a channel that you could share with people?
Absolutely. Actually, I have 3
What's that?
channels because they like to censor me a lot. So,
Okay, I'm going to tell you now. You could say it here. That's fine and dandy. Zach Smouse. And if you guys didn't know who Zach was, he has cerebral palsy, so he can't
I
talk
love the name, by
verbally.
the way. That's the same as my son's name.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Let Zach know. He has a link to his email account in our link. We will uplift your account. We will push it.
He
We'll
does
push
all
it
the
forward.
digital. He does all the digital shit. Like seriously,
Cool.
Oh, that's
he
Yep.
takes care. Hey, he's man. He pulled the strings to like. He made it so my fiance could get here to Canada
Oh, wow.
from Poland. Like
That's
he was
awesome.
he was able to whatever effed up format the Canadian government put their PDF form in.
Right.
He was able to convert it to something that she could print.
That's right. That's right. Zach made it happen, and
So hey
so
man,
anybody that
I
has a
owe the
link
guy.
to your pods, we all owe
Yeah.
the guy, Terry. So any link that you have to your pods, give it to Zach. He'll make it happen. He'll put it up in the comment section. He'll put it up in our whatever section. We need more and more and more
Absolutely.
patriots. The more patriots we have talking out against this, as you said, Kay, the silencing of Americans. The more we have, the better
Yeah.
we have.
Absolutely.
So
It's got to happen.
And I mean, I don't know
Okay.
how long you guys are going to be on and how late you'll be up for, but I'll probably you can ask Tactical. My transmissions are usually all over the place, and it could start at any
Mine
random
too.
hour and it could go on for 24 hours. You never know.
I agree.
What state are you guys in?
I'm in Colorado.
Oh,
Woohoo!
Tactical.
Colorado strong.
I live in Arkansas, but I'm in Mississippi today. I'm a truck driver.
Oh, God,
hey,
yes. God bless you,
bro.
buddy.
I had to
Hey man.
oh,
Good
Hold on
job,
one second,
Tactical.
guys. I'm checking out.
Yeah, go ahead, Kay. Thank you for coming on. We'll be waiting for you.
Absolutely.
Okay. Hold on. I'm just going to mute myself.
oh,
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Tactical. So truck driver,
Yeah.
man.
Mhm.
Dude, you're
Yeah.
like one of the heroes here in Colorado.
Absolutely.
Man, now,
Hey, man.
I'm not joking.
Ah, shut up.
I do heavy duty truck and trailer parts, so yeah,
That's
on the
all.
highway.
He's even out in his truck right now.
My
Standing
mom's-
ovation.
See, but
My-
that's
yeah.
all
Standing ovation.
snow and ice in front of me.
Well, I hope you drive safely, dude, because here in Colorado, this ice has been
Peace out, Frank.
Frank, thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, glad you could jump on. Let me ask you something,
Absolutely
Tactical.
awesome.
What brought you to the Patriot page?
Oh well, I was on Mo's channel earlier today, and I met Zach there, and we were conversing back and forth, and I was like, man, yeah, I'm gonna definitely check out your next podcast. And like I said,
Awesome.
I made my promise that I would be there, so
That's awesome.
I am.
Nice.
Tactical, let me ask you another question. Did you ever believe that, if we put a call out to folks to get on the pod, that you'd be on a pod?
Oh yeah, I've been on a lot of podcasts with
Dude,
other-
awesome.
Yeah, I'm definitely
love
gonna share out the link with all, because I have a buddy that lives in Arkansas with me. He's a YouTuber, Patriot 3%er.
Nice.
Shout out to him. I got Arkansas Living, Prepping 101. They're all preppers or patriots.
Sure.
I'm in. Of course, Kay there. Been following her for a while. And
That's awesome.
Mo and Jimmy. And I might be naming people you already know.
Oh man, no. Look, name them. That's what we want. As a Patriot pod, that's what we want. We want more voices out there. And
Put it out, man.
tactical, let me ask you a question since we're on the pod tonight about Rush. What was the main thing about Rush Limbaugh that you really liked the most?
I liked that he wasn't afraid. He was one of the ones that that was not afraid to go against the grain. He was one of the first, and I remember growing up, like I said, my dad, even though my dad's a lifelong Democrat, he wouldn't admit to you that he liked Rush Limbaugh. But when I got older, I finally realized, I said, Dad, if you don't like Rush, why are you listening to him all the time?
You obviously respected him to some point,
Right?
Yeah.
Which you have to do, like,
And my dad's one of the old breeds, you know, like, yeah, he's Democrat, but sometimes secretly me and my mom think he's maybe at least an independent or maybe a closeted conservative.
Well, tactical, let me tell you something. Back in the day, the Democrats actually are considered conservatives.
Right.
If you look at JFK, JFK was one of those guys who ran as a Democrat, won as a Democrat, but if he was running today, he'd be a Republican.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's so.
I think it's almost kind of flipped over the century. The early 20th century, like, I read Chuck Yeager's biography, you know, American hero, right? First guy to break the speed of sound.
Yes, sir.
Ace in World War II. His dad used to run around their county. I think he grew up in the Carolinas. I can't remember exactly. Don't quote me. But his dad used to run around giving bottles of gin and $2 bills to vote Democrat. Like, so
That's true. It's true.
Is that not bribing to vote?
Kinda.
Right?
Well,
Right
I
there.
mean, Chinese give away $2 bills for good luck on New Year's, so it could have been just for good luck
Yes.
and to have a drink.
No, he was giving them bottles and $2 bills to vote Democrat.
Right.
Oh man.
You know, by the vote. But Kay, I'm going to ask you a question here. The same thing I asked Tactical. What with Rush Limbaugh? What made you a believer in him?
His realness. I love people who don't pretend to be something that they're not. There's one thing I really can't stand, and that's a fake or a cheat. And he was neither.
Amen to that.
And he spoke his mind. And I mean, you have to remember though, I grew up, that was probably the first talk show host I had ever heard.
You and me both.
So yeah, there was he left a big mark in my life.
Yeah. And a good way.
Man, it boiled my blood to read some of the things that were written about him yesterday.
Kay, not to interrupt you, Kay, but I saw the same thing as you did, and it took me all day to think about what would Rush Limbaugh say about those things being written about him or said about him, and I think he would just laugh it off.
Yeah.
He'd have laughed. Okay. Welcome to the show. That's exactly what I was getting ready. He would have laughed it off, and yeah, rest in peace.
Scotsman.
Well,
Howdy, guys. You know, and
that's a good handle too.
yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
If it's
And
not
Zach,
Scottish, it's crap.
crap. And I'll tell you guys right now. Yesterday, Zach, we Zoom. Zach, me, and Terry. We always Zoom all the time. And Zach saw me the worst I've ever been in my life. I'm a very proud man, and tears don't flow from my eyes. But last night, man, even up to this pod today, we lost a great human being in Rush Limbaugh. I don't care what the left says about him, like Rush would do. I'm kind of laughing at it. But what Rush gave to us was the ability to talk how we're talking right now.
Absolutely.
And we need to just...
Hey.
There.
Yeah, that's what's happening, people. How you doing?
Wow. We're getting it in, guys.
Hey.
Come on. Scotsman, can you hear us?
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You there?
I think
it's probably in Scotland it's like 3 a.m. there now, isn't it?
Aye, in the morning, man.
Should have remembered the rocks.
I'm on my phone, but so I don't know if this works very well on my phone. It's fucking the Wi-Fi's cut out in my house now. So it's fucking doing my heat in. But I seen that K-Bird on a different stream the other day, so I remember seeing her and I thought, fuck it, I'll follow her. Quite like her voice, man. She's sound. So what's happening, everybody? How we doing?
We're doing fucking awesome, bro. Nice to have you here, man.
Damn, all of you guys jumping in on this. This is what we wanted.
Absolutely.
Yeah, where'd she go? Where's Kay? Kay, where are you?
We're like tri-national now.
Yes.
Dude, we're only missing somebody from Africa at this point in time.
Well, we need an Australian, somebody from Australia or New Zealand. If you're watching,
right.
jump
in.
Speaking of Australian, Twitter banned all of Australia.
What?
Today. Yeah.
Oh, but let me tell you something there, Tactical. Let me tell you something. Is it that big of a loss?
No.
Twitter is freaking boring. I'm sorry. Even Trump came out and said, yeah, if we get reinstated to Twitter, we're not going back. They're boring. And he's right.
Can I'm going to jump out of here real quick because I'm getting ready to eat and I'm trying to get out of this damn traffic. But,
Kay, drive safely. Please drive safely.
Definitely.
Kay,
and
this
Kay,
is a
jump
democratic society. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Yes, Terry, yes. Kay, thank you for jumping on. I appreciate you. Drive
Absolutely.
safely.
And on the note with Twitter, I am fully leaving Twitter and Facebook. I'm actually on a mission to get banned again. All I have to do, I'm trying to get my my posts, my rants and raves off of there and move them over to another platform. But
welcome to ours.
Well, I want to share with you guys, there is a platform called YoReSpot, YoRe. It is made by another Patriot who was banned for the same video that I was banned for. And I've kind of made it my mission to, since we're kind of kindred spirits, you know, being domestic terrorists for sharing a video of our president.
Yeah.
How dare you?
God. Fucking domestic terrorists need to die right now.
That's so horrible.
Well, so I've kind of made it a mission to try to share it out with everybody, you know, his platform. And it's great. You can go live on it and everything. So
okay, definitely do that. We're on Facebook currently. I jumped off of Twitter literally a month ago when they kicked Donald Trump off. I kicked my Twitter account out, gone and gone. If you need to, if you want to show whatever you have, you could follow us on Facebook under the Patriot Brothers. I'm under Duke. My name is Duke Boynton. You can find me there and it'll send me any links there and I'll pass it on to Zach. Or you can find Zach on Facebook as well under Zachary Smouse. everything's wide open. So, you know, we're very, very transparent.
Well,
and
you'll see a
whatever
request coming in from a very odd name. I have a very strange name. So,
Hey,
Canyon with a K. So,
hey, you know, we have to go under strange names because we need
no,
to
that's
hide
actually my real
ourselves.
name. A weird hippie bikers for parents. So,
hey, you know, that's freaking awesome. Send it out.
Garrett,
Send it out. We'll get
free
it out
thinkers
to you.
and beer drinkers.
Yeah, there you go.
absolutely.
Beer drinkers.
Well, if you guys are around this evening, and you feel up to it, it's Patriots Unite Against Censorship on YouTube, and I might be doing a live stream, having a couple of beers, maybe a whiskey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well,
No,
I'll be there.
Maybe, hey, you know it's
Why the
it's
ride?
and
that's what we have to have as a Patriot family. And I know we call it the Patriot Brothers, but it's more of a Patriot family. We want folks.
Brothers doesn't.
We
mean
don't
shit.
care.
Brothers only means me, Duke, and Zach.
That's
Zach,
right.
Duke, and me.
Well, you know, it's funny.
And sisters.
I don't really buy into all the extra. People put way too much thought into all of these words.
Politically correct.
Words are super important, and that's all I care about is that we're allowed to say any of them.
Amen, Kay.
Yeah.
Kay, spot on. As Rush Limbaugh would say, right on, right on.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go drink me a beer and eat some tacos, and
have a beer
I'll be
for
in the
us
chat.
too, Kay.
I will.
Zach's got something. Hold on, Kate. Hold on, Kate. Hold on, Kate. Zach's got something here.
Gotcha.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
We'll have you again. Let's make this habit.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely.
Awesome,
and during my shows, I am constantly posting. My whole thing is I leave. Everybody gets a wrench so that they can share information, and that includes channels.
Perfect.
So you'll see it's a constant flow of people, and
we'll share this. We'll share the shit out of it, Kay.
Absolutely.
We need
I'll be
our
sharing
voices
the shit out of you guys. So
you're awesome. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me, guys. God bless.
Anytime.
God bless you too.
Lady Courtails coming in. Patriot Unity. Kay, thank you for introducing me.
That's right.
And I think she meant to put "and" in there. So many with your work.
Yeah,
this is. Why did we start
community.
This?
Scott, Scott, you haven't missed. Well, you've missed a lot, but Scott, you're one of the first folks that ever jumped in, buddy. And we love you, man. Keep coming on.
OG.
Yeah, he's an OG here, and we love him. If he was here now, I'd give him a big old bear hug. What we have right now, guys, if you're just tuning in, we have Zach over here and Terry down here, and our buddy now, Tactical, and we're just going to call you T. Okay.
TT.
Most people call me T.
Most people call you T, and we love you coming on, Tactical, because you're able to give insight that. Since you're on the road, that we don't normally see.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that, again, this is why we started this community, because we want this community to open up their minds, their hearts to everything patriotism. And you're a true American patriot, bud. Being a truck driver out there, I know you don't want to hear it. You're a fucking hero.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't like hearing that.
I know you don't. I know you don't, but if it wasn't for folks like you, I wouldn't have milk in my fridge right now.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
You know, and so that is a huge thank you. But that's right. Same with you, Terry. You know, and it's good to see you too, Scott. You know, we always love you here. But what we're talking about today, and again, I'm sorry, guys, for the Terry mess that I was at the beginning of the show, but my friends here have helped me out quite a bit, is the legacy of Rush Limbaugh. And how much he's meant to us conservatives, us Americans, all the world. You know, Rush Limbaugh came out and was talking about how he wants to see people succeed. This guy was the most unselfish character I've ever known in my life. Yeah, he was egotistical. You know, he was a pompous on the radio. That's part of his persona. But the one thing
that's what he got paid to do.
Yeah, and people tuned into that. But the one thing I know about Rush Limbaugh, he wasn't racist. He wasn't sexist. No. He wanted to see people succeed. And with that said, you know, I'm going to miss him.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people forget that I believe it was his sound guy was actually
Bo
a black guy.
That's right, Bo Snerdley.
Yeah,
he's a 6'6" big ass black guy. And people, well, Rush Limbaugh was racist. No, his producer was one of the coolest black guys I've ever known. You know, it's one of the misnomers that people always brush under the rug.
They associate it with the right.
Scott. That's right. That's right.
There was associated with the right.
That's right. And in my opinion, he will always go down as one of the founding fathers before the founding fathers of AM radio ever hit. And my daughter's been coming in. Jaden, I'm sorry I haven't been ignoring you. I've seen your comments. Zach's been throwing it up there. And Jaden, you know, even in the house, I've been kind of a teary mess here. Jaden is one of my daughters. I have 5 daughters, one granddaughter, and they've all been very, very helpful with me through this time. And, you know, God bless them for coming on.
Not a single school assignment. That's pretty cool.
I'm going to send her with a school assignment on Rush Limbaugh and watch them kick her out. That's how schools work nowadays. Oh, you have to pick one historical character in America
nowadays. Jesus,
right? You know, I've told all my daughters about Rush. You know, my grandma turned me on to Rush. I try to explain that.
Mm-hmm.
And listening to him for so many years, and I'm a road guy. Okay, doing pest control. I'm on the road more than I'm in at people's houses, and so I listen to Rush religiously. Okay, I'm going to miss hearing.
Yeah, you're going to miss hearing
talent on loan from God.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're going to miss hearing somebody who actually doesn't mind speaking what the hell he feels. What he's thinking. And that's, you know, it shouldn't even be a Republican point of view. It should just be a human being point of view.
Right. Scott jumping in saying Joe Rogan is a podcast version of Rush. To some extent, I agree, buddy. Joe Rogan is
he's not afraid. He's not afraid. He's the same thing.
He'll ruffle feathers, but he does it, I think, a little bit more classy than Rush did. I mean, Rush called Sandra Fluke a freaking slut, and she deserved it, but he got knocked down so much.
And a prostitute. And a prostitute. Don't forget the prostitute.
Rush was the pioneer for conservative voices speaking without fear. And even if fear speaking it, even if Rush Limbaugh maybe had a little bit of fear speaking, he didn't care. Guy made $400 million literally in 10 years with this company. Right. But he made us realize you can't silence us. we're not going to be silenced, and his legacy will live on through this podcast, through Kay's podcast, through Tactical coming in here, through Uber, every single podcast out there, every single AM radio out there. Thank you, Rush Limbaugh, for making us who we are today.
We now have two continents on this podcast.
God, who made that happen? Rush was a pioneer for it.
Like, well, I'm not gonna say Rush.
I will.
I'm gonna mostly blame Zach because he's like the linchpin in this whole thing. He's like the pimp of the organization.
If I want to spend $1 in my house, I have to go through Zach first. He's the mob boss. Yeah, fuck off, Zach.
Yeah, you gotta throw it up with the left hand. It's always got to be the left hand.
And again, if anybody doesn't know, Zach Smouse is so quintessential of being an American patriot. And
he's a boy, man.
My brother. And he's helped me out through a lot. Terry, Zach, you both have helped me out through a lot. And Tactical, now that you're part of the family, get ready for the crazy family, bro.
You're in there. You're in there now, bro. Sorry.
And Zach brought me here.
To get out, is it? Is there an escape clause?
No, I'm just kidding.
No. Once you're in, there's no escape clause, dude.
No.
Do I have a safe word at least? A safe word?
No safe words.
I try. Hey, man, I'm the one who freaking started it, and I can't escape.
Yeah. No. Hey, Terry. Hey.
Hey.
And I love this from Patriots Unites Against Censorship. Zach brought me here, met him at Moe's.
Well,
I want to go to Moe's now.
Silk.
It's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Look, guys,
man.
Zach he's special beyond special, and I love him to death. He's my brother through and through.
Hey,
he's my favorite, Zach.
We're all
Terry.
special beyond special, Duke. Tack.
I'm not.
We're all special beyond special. I don't care.
I'm not
and this is the whole reason why we're doing this is to have an equal voice. That people like Zach, like he can't speak, but even like the communication I've had with him, I know kind of what he's trying to say. He doesn't have to type it out. I know what he's, and he's got something to say. But that being said, like,
I have cerebral palsy because I was born dead for 27 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
Zach is
for 27 minutes. There's no oxygen going to his brain for 27 minutes, and he is here with us now. He
right on.
He programs websites and designs apps for smartphones. What people would call smartphones, even though they look at Zach and think, whatever.
Right.
The dude is a fucking miracle. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
I've only known Zach for a little bit, but I'll tell you what. Whenever I have another friend, DJ Infantry Outdoors is the channel. He's a blind guy, and he's a YouTuber. And what I love about Zach and DJ is that no matter what, when people say you can't do something, they're like, watch me.
Yes.
Right on, right on.
That's what I love. That
Yes, sir.
keep going. You know.
Yes, sir. And it, under my impression, Zach burns out deadly freaking donuts in the snow in his wheelchair.
Yeah, we need to get that in an advertisement for this.
Yep.
You know,
be like Brandon fucking
Zach
Perna.
doing some
Just burning out. Okay, Tack, you may say, oh, we're making fun of Zach. No, Zach makes fun of me before I could ever make fun of him. He busts my chops all the time, and I love it. He's one of us, bro. And you guys will come to realize that Zach is a true American patriot through and through. And
the whole foundation of our brotherhood is busting each other's balls.
Yeah.
Right? That's
Scott coming in.
And
you're a patriot for life. Patriot for life.
Yeah.
So Tech.
Fuck yeah.
Tech, where I'm coming in on this is like Duke, Zach, and myself all became friends because of our love for a certain NFL team.
Go Broncos.
There you go. So we've been all about busting each other's balls, right? But ultimately supporting each other in every way. And then this podcast just kind of spawned. Duke and Zach put it out there. They wanted to do something where they could create a voice for everybody, and they asked me to jump in, even though like I live in Canada. And for the most part, until it comes time for the presidential election in the States, we don't really give a shit what goes on down there. Right? But then when the election comes up, everything tightens up here financially, economically. But we still have to, like, we're each other's biggest trade partners.
That's right. That's right. But outside of that, Terry, and Patriots Unite Against Censorship is coming in. I live in Durango, Colorado. Love that place, by the way. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Where I'm from, Patriots there. I'm from Falcon, Colorado.
Zach is in the corners.
That's right. He's by the four corners. I'm still not used to this damn freaking thing going backwards. So Zach's in the four
you're
corners.
pointing the other way.
Right. And now I'm pointing right now. I'm from Falcon, Colorado. I have 5.5 acres that I live on. Beautiful house with a stream that runs through it. I don't know where you guys are from, but Terry, before anybody else answers here, the reason why, Terry, I like you on our pod, Zach, give me just 1 second here and you can go for it. I like to hear how you talk as a Canadian patriot. Okay. You love your country. I told you many, many times, Terry, come on down to America. We'll take you. You're like, nah, fuck that. I'm Canadian through and through. Okay. Being a patriot means you love your country through and through. And with me and Zach, we are here. We're Coloradans, Patriots United, Coloradan. Zach, where are you from, buddy?
Arkansas.
Arkansas, that's right.
Yeah,
you said Arkansas.
Yeah, and he's in Mississippi right now, right?
Mississippi right now, truck driving. But we had that fellow on from Scotland. Let me tell you, your pride in your nation is what makes you a patriot. Okay, absolutely. I could wave the American flag back and forth like Hulk Hogan going up against Andre the Giant. You know, I love my country. I love my flag, but I love it when other people come on, especially you, Terry, and you show what type of patriotism it takes to be in your own country and not be silenced by your government. You know, that all in all, Rush Limbaugh wanted that for everybody. Be you, be successful, doesn't matter where you're at. And
have an opinion. Express your
have
opinion.
an opinion. Bring it on. That's why the Patriot Brothers is a really good platform for folks to come on and talk. Okay. Mm-hmm. We love you regardless of where you come from. You know, I don't want to see you hurting. I don't want to see you failing. I want to see you succeed. And by God, wave your country's flag, even though my American flag is going to be higher than yours. That's the American pride. And Zach, go ahead. Go for it, buddy.
Okay, I'm in Cortez, 45 minutes away from Durango.
Spot on.
Oh, so you're close. Yeah.
Very close. Very close to the Four Corners as well. And you know what I want to do at the Four Corners, huh, Zach?
Yeah. Are you going to go clockwise or counterclockwise, dude?
I was thinking clockwise. I'll keep it American. Hey, look, fam, we've been going on for such a long time here, quite past what we normally do. And Scott's just jumping in. Learned one of the Fat Boys died, I think is the second one, I think. Scott, enough with 2021. Man,
Scott, jump the fuck on this podcast.
He will. We'll break him down. You know, we'll break him down. And we have people from New Zealand, Iraq, Iceland, Britain on my show, all of which are freedom lovers and patriotic to the bone. And I don't care.
Let's
again,
get them all on here.
Patriots unite against censorship. Being proud of your heritage is not racism. Okay? I'm going to say that again. Being proud of your heritage is not racism. I am an American nationalist. I believe in American values. I believe in American morals. I believe that the American way is a beautiful, God-given way. And if you live in Iceland, if you live in Germany, if you live in Scotland, if you live in anywhere, as long as you hold true to your country's values, you're a patriot of that country.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you live in Syria. Come on. Let's hear your point of view.
True. There are some views out there that are horrible, evil, and enigmatic. Just absolutely abhorrent. And if those are the views that you have, if you believe that your religion supersedes life and then you could behead somebody because of your religion, we're going to have words. But that's not the point.
But bring it on. Bring it on.
Be a nationalist wherever you're from. Love your country.
Mm-hmm.
And Patriots coming in again. Too cool, Zach. We all have to meet up and do a collaboration stream sometime. I would love to do that. I know Zach is. He's always on board for doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys ever want to watch another pod, we do Broncos orange and blue. Yeah, we do a
don't
Bronco
bring up
pod.
any of this stuff.
We're Bronco fans, okay? We like our football. You know, it is what it is. So did Rush Limbaugh. He loved his Pittsburgh Steelers. And even during our pods, you know, this last year when I did our picks, I did the politically incorrect picks. And anybody who knows Rush Limbaugh knows every time he did a pick for a football game, he did the politically incorrect picks. And I picked up his mantle and I did politically incorrect picks. And
you
believe it
tried
or not, I
doing that.
did really well.
You fucked up No, you didn't do really well.
I really did.
Time.
If you go back and watch the pods, I kind of did really good.
Kind of did. Come on.
All right, guys. With that said, we need to get going. I need to get going. Zach, go ahead, buddy.
Zach, love seeing you on there.
Zach, hit it again, bud.
Brothers in orange and blue.
Brothers in orange and blue. Yeah, it's a Bronco pod.
We don't get political on that. We just talk about, not just about the Broncos, about football.
Over, so.
I kind of get political here and there.
Can you guess what team that is? Blue and silver?
The Falcons?
Oh, you're a fucking Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Zach calls them the Cowgirls.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Tack.
Hey, I'm one of those ones that I don't get offended. I know my team sucks, you know.
So do
we. I chose the team because it's more geographically closer to me. I always think, you know, what team should I root for? So all my teams are Dallas. I like the Rangers. I like Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
Dallas Stars, Mavericks.
Okay. Nice. Well, I'm gonna say fuck you on the Dallas Stars because I'm a Cowboys fan. But other than that, you know what, bro? We love you. We don't care. I'm Canadian. I gotta stick.
The only thing is my college team. Hockey. My college team is the only one that's different, and that's Alabama. I've been Alabama fan 30
Roll Tide.
Yep.
Roll Tide.
And I'm not one of these bandwagoners for the Roll Tide. You know how I can tell who's a bandwagoner or not? I asked them to sing the fight song.
Awesome, brother.
They are not an Alabama fan.
And Scott's coming in with the purple and gold, dude. I love to hate the Vikings.
Purple people ears.
All I can say is 0-4, 0-4, 0-4.
Well, all I can say is
love you, Scott. I love you, man.
The Dallas Cowboys dynasty in the 90s was created by the Vikings.
Buffalo Bills.
No,
it's going to say
the Vikings gave the King's ransom for Herschel Walker. Good for the Cowboys. True. They got Aikman.
Yeah.
Emmitt Smith, and they got 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. Go Vikings.
Go Vikings. All right, brothers. Hey, with that said,
we love you, brother.
Like, share, and subscribe. Tack, thank you for coming on. Kay, thank you for coming on.
Love you, brother.
Our friend from Scotland, thank you for coming on. And anybody else that ever wants to come on like these folks did today,
absolutely,
you just jump on. The only thing I'm gonna ask is that we try to keep it on topic. And we go off
just
on
keep
tangents,
it real.
so that's what we do.
Keep it real. Keep it real.
Do you guys have anything else to say?
No. Just come on.
Okay.
Anybody who wants to come on, keep it real. Come on.
So with that said, I'm going to get the last word in. And Zach, I want you to go ahead and cut it off after this. Long live Rush. God bless Rush. May his spirit live on forever.
Rest in peace. Absolutely.
Rest in peace, Rush.